Want to read and understand huge amount of data fast like PDF, article, video, research papers piling up and you are just sitting there thinking how I am supposed to go through all of this. Don't worry, Google has figured it out for us. It's called Notebook LM. Imagine it like you have someone who could read everything, pick out important stuff and hand it to you simple and fast. I have been using Notebook LM for a while now and it has completely changed how I research, learn and stay organized. In this video, I will show you what it is, why it's a game changer, how to use it and with real life examples that can seriously save your hours, whether you are studying, researching or running a business. So what is Notebook LM? Basically, Notebook LM is a model that can handle huge dataset for you like PDF, documents, notes, YouTube videos, website links and anything else relevant and help you quickly to fetch information you need. You can even chat with it to ask specific question about your data. It is perfect tool that can help you save your time while looking into massive dataset manually. It's more like talking to someone who has already read the data and is now helping you to understand it. It's based on Google Gemini model, which basically means that it's highly efficient at finding connection across information. In this LLM model, you are allowed to upload up to 50 files each having maximum word limit of 5 lakh words. That's about 25 million words and everything stays private and secure because it doesn't train on your data, unlike the GPT model. However, it's important to save your development manually to keep track of your progress. Notebook LM has 2 million token context window to handle tasks effectively. Once your files are uploaded, Notebook LM will use them as a source to answer all your questions directly. This model also comes with a notebook guide where you can use predefined interface to instantly turn your data into study guide, briefing document, FAQs and over a timeline. And if you get particularly useful answers during a chat, you can easily save it as a note inside your notebook for a future reference. One of the most interesting features is the audio overview. It can turn your notes into custom podcasts that you can listen to for quick insights. You can adjust the tone, the length, the playback speed, and even you can talk back to the podcast while it plays. It's an interactive and conversational way to absorb your information effectively. Notebook LM also offers mind map feature, gives you visual representation how topics and ideas connect, making it easier to gather insights from big project and complex datasets. And if you ever feel like you are running low on material, the Discover Source tool can find related information online, helping you expand your notebook without opening million tabs yourself. Together, all these tools help you to learn faster, think deeper, and spend more time creating instead of wasting time digging into information. So now you have a good idea about Notebook LM. Let's create our own notebook. Open notebooklm.google.com, log in with a Google account. As soon as you open Notebook LM and log in with a Google account, you will see this interface. These are the notebooks that I have created already. Now we can create a new notebook by clicking create new and then we will see this add source page. In this add source page, we can just drag and drop our files from the local device or even we can add files from like Google Drive, Google Docs, Google Slides, or we can add any links of website or YouTube or paste our copy text. Like if we have any customized text, we can paste it here. Now in this sources page, if you have added any source, it will be visible here in this section. And from these sources, you can chat here. Like for example, if I add a source, if I open any website like I will add like AI agents and I will open this website, copy the link, go back and just paste it in the website section. I will insert it here. Now you will see that I have added one source and it has given me a source overview. Then I can ask something like what is AI agent? Now I have asked this question, then it will go fetch my source and it will try to figure out answer from this source and it will give me an answer like based on the source provided. An AI agent is a software system that uses artificial intelligence to pursue goals and complete tasks. Like this, you get the answers on the basis of your source. These are the citations that it has given us. Like if we click on the citation, it will give like what is an AI agent and from where he has grabbed the information. And we can just click on this to minimize it, and we can even click on the source to see the key points out of it. Like the first key point is AI agent definition, key agent features, and agent types. If we click any of the key points here, like AI agent definition, it will start discussing the AI agent definition here in the chat box. Now you can see that it has given us the discussion over the AI agent definition, like based on the source provided, an AI agent is definition as a software system that uses artificial intelligence. Like this, you can click on any of the key points like benefits and the challenges. Now it has started discussing the benefit and the challenges. Now you can see based on the source, it has given us the benefit and the challenges of the AI agents, the efficiency, productivity, improved decision making. Like this, you can add any of the website link, or you can even add a YouTube link to it, or like Google Docs. You can directly upload it from the Google Drive that you have. And you can see over here, you can see like increased output, and the citation has been given. Like you can click on this citation and the source guide will tell you from where it has picked the information. Now moving to some real life examples. Like if you are a student, you want to upload textbook, notes, research papers, and create a study guide timeline. Like these are the predefined templates for creating a study guide, briefing document, timelines, and FAQs. And you can even add your research, like if you get a relevant output out of it, and you can add it in the note by clicking at this. Now we will see how it works. We can just go on add options, like we have already discussed that we can upload files over here, but also we have a discover option here. Like if you are a student and you want to learn something like machine learning, you can just type here like I want machine learning sources, to learn from very scratch. And you can just click on submit. Now you can see that it has gathered sources from YouTube, from Geeks for Geeks, and all the sources from the web to learn machine learning. You can just click on import and import all the files in your notebook. You can just click on import. Now you can see all the files and the sources are being uploaded in the notebook, and it has created an overview in the chat section. Now we can question our sources that we have gathered from the web, like break the machine learning into modules, and then it will process in the chart section. Now it will gather the information from the sources and break the machine learning into modules so that it can be easily understandable. Like it has broken into modules, and now you can see that it has created learning modules for machine learning here. And for understanding it better, you can just create a mind map to visualize it. Like click on mind map. It is generating mind map here. Now you can see that the machine learning mind map has been created. Just click on to open it, and you can just click here on any node like algorithm to expand it, and you can expand it further by clicking on this like k-means. You can just go back and similarly click on data concepts to expand the nodes. Like you can click on tabular data sets. Now you can see the subdivisions over here. Like if I show you like this, you can expand all the nodes and the sub nodes, and you can see the subdivisions and the tree map over here to visualize it better. Now you can see the machine learning concepts like algorithm, decision tree, and the subdivisions of the decision tree over here. Similarly, you can just expand for like mathematical concepts, model evaluation, etc. And this is how you visualize the machine learning concepts like in a Go. And for the better explanation, you can even just copy the text over here and go to Gemini and paste the text over here. Click on the canvas mode and ask Gemini to convert it into interactive quiz. In this canvas mode, it will just convert all the modules into interactive quizzes. Now you can see that it has started generating code for it in the canvas mode. Now you can see that the code has generated the quiz for us. Like this is the first question. You can just select the option, click on next. You can see the second question over here. You can click on any of the option, click on next. There are 16 questions in total, and you can just create quiz like interactive quizzes like this to understand things better. And we can just go back into the Notebook LM and explore some of the predefined interfaces like study guide, briefing doc, FAQs, and the timelines. If you just click on the timeline, you can see the machine learning concept and the timeline has been created over here. You can just click on here and you can see the detailed timeline of the main event, and it has gathered this information from the resources that we have provided it here. And we can just go back and we can just create a FAQ out of it also. And you can see the FAQ has been generated from the 10 sources that we have given. Now we can just click on the FAQs. Now it is showing essential machine learning concept explained, and what are the decision tree, machine learning, what is the k-means, and everything that is required to learn the machine learning concepts. Before moving to the next example, I just want to tell you that if you find this information relevant and you want to just save it to somewhere, like you want to add a note to it, you can just click on add note and it will create a new note for you where you can just type anything like I am enjoying this video, and you can just like convert it into a source. Like if you have anything relevant, if you want to like put anything relevant over here regarding the machine learning thing, you can just convert it to the source and it will be added to the source section over here. And you can even extract information from your own notes, and you can delete the note from here, and these are the bold italic options available over here. And you can just go back and moving to our next example. Now you can see that I have uploaded 3 medical reports, 3 demo medical reports over here in the sources. And if you want to get the data from one medical report itself, like if you want to see the medical report of the person 1, so you can just deselect person 2 and person 3, and you can ask in the chat for the person 1 medical report itself, like give me brief on this report. So you don't have to go through all the lengthy reports, and like this you don't have to go through all the report, and you can just get the brief out of it. And the citations has been given to you, like if you want to see the protein test, so you can just click on this and the source guide will give you the exact same location from where it has gathered the information. And like this you can just select person 2, get the brief for the person 2, and similarly for person 3. Or even if you can select all the sources all together, and you can compare all the resources, repeat, and you can compare all the sources, like compare all 3 reports. It will get you compared all the 3 resources over here. Like this you can just gather insights from the lengthy reports like medical reports or any of the PDFs that you have, and you just don't want to go through PDFs again and again. So you can just upload all the PDFs over here, select and deselect the PDFs and ask the question from a particular PDF itself. Or you can just select all the PDFs all over again and ask the question from all the sources, and you can just get one source added and ask question from the one source itself. Now you can see that it has given the comparison of all the 3 reports over here, and you can even see the suggestions that have been given by the AI itself, like what questions we can ask, like what are the recommended diets or the calcium deficiencies. And you can even see some of the suggested questions that has been given by the AI itself, like I have clicked on this, what is an overall health status indicated by these comprehensive medical test results, and it's showing the 3 resources has been connected to us, and it is getting and fetching the data from 3 resources. And if you deselect 2 of them, it's showing 1 resource itself, like only 1 resource has been selected. And if I ask something in the chat box, it will tell me from 1 resource itself. Now before moving to our next example, I just want to discuss one thing. Like in Notebook LM, if you create one notebook and if you add a source from like Google Drive, if you add a Google Docs, let's say you added a Google Docs to it and you uploaded a Google Docs, like I have uploaded a Google Docs, I'm inserting it. And if I inserted a Google Docs here and I have updated my Google Docs in Docs itself, so it won't get automatically updated in Notebook LM. You have to update it manually. There's a button to sync your Google Docs if you have made any changes in Google Docs itself. So you can just click on this sync button so that it can be synced again by the Notebook LM. If you have made any new changes to it, you can just click here and it has started syncing, and the sync has been successful, and it has given the key points out of the Google Docs that you have just added in the Notebook LM. Now moving to our next example, like if you want to utilize Notebook LM for a business purpose, like if you want to do like market research, competitor analysis and customer feedback, you can just go here. You can just click on escape and discover. Like if you want to do market research and customer analysis for creating like service based company, you can click on submit button and it will get you all the sources that is required, like for creating service based company and the customer based. Now you can see that all the sources has been loaded in the source section, and if any of the sources is not being loaded properly and if you see any error over the source, you can just go back here and click on add button, and you can just copy the text from that source and just put it here in the copy text and insert it over here if any of the sources is not loaded properly. So all the sources has been loaded properly over here and the overview has been generated, and you can just create like a mind map to it, or you can just ask some question like how I can create a service based company and what are the competitions, like what are the target audience, you can say. So it will just get the overview from the sources to us. We don't have to read and go through all the sources. We can just ask question and we go to the sources and answer our question, like how I can create the service based company. I have asked this, and now it has given the overview from the sources, like creating a service based company and identifying target audience are interconnected process, and how to create a service based company, and what are the target audience to us, and you can just see all overview over here, or better you can just visualize it by just clicking on mind map. And now you can see that the mind map has been created. You can just open the mind map. You can just click on any of the node like market research, and there's a definition to market research and there's a method. If we can just elaborate the method part, we have this market analysis node over here. We will just elaborate this part also. And now you can see like you have all these nodes, and you can just expand any of the nodes. Like you can just go over here, you can click no product failure factors, and you can even just click on any of the nodes if you want to just elaborate any of the nodes, like prepare report. You can just click on prepare report, and in the chat section you can see that it has started researching on this prepare report part, and you can see that prepare report part has been elaborated all over here in the chat section. And similarly you can just click on any of the nodes, like if I just go back in the mind map and like click on definition and I click on analyzing the market node, and it will just go back in the chat section again, and it will like discuss the source about analyzing this market in the larger context of definition. Like this you can utilize mind map for visualization, and even in the chat section you can utilize the mind map like this by clicking on any of the node, and it will start a discussion over it in the chat section. And you can just go up and scroll up, and you can see like add note to it, save to notes. You can just copy to it, and just remember that if you find any of the information relevant, you have to save it manually, unlike GPT, because Notebook LM don't train on our data for maintaining the privacy purposes. And you can just add the relevant information to notes. You can share your notes with anyone. You can add your note as a source over here, ask your note a question, or even you can just share the whole notebook as a whole. Like you can just click on the share part over here, and even you can share a whole notebook as a whole by clicking on this. You can just click on this share part, and you can just share it with anyone you want. And in the settings section you can just change your mode to like dark mode or anything you want to. Like I would just like keeping it in light mode. So you have a lot of options like sending feedback, output languages, and here you can see that there is a great option to plus of this notebook version. Notebook LM version. Now coming to one of the most interesting feature of this Notebook LM, we can just explore, like just create a new notebook and go on discover and just type like get me all resources to understand Notebook LM better. You can just click on submit. Now you can see all the sources has been loaded. You can just import all the sources over here in the sources section, and now you can see that all the sources has been loaded, but these two sources are not being loaded. So I will just like delete it, remove it from the sources, or I can maybe just open this article also, and I will just delete the other one also. And the overview has been generated from the sources that have been loaded properly. And coming to the one of the most interesting feature of this Notebook LM part, this audio overview. You can just click on this audio overview and it's just like generating conversation based on 8 sources. Now you can see that we have like our 8 resources loaded over in the sources section, and in the chat section we have clicked on the audio overview, and an audio overview has been created out of these 8 sources, like this. Like you can just listen to it.
Welcome to the deep dive. We try to cut through the noise, really dig into the sources, and make complex topics manageable for you.
That's the goal. Get you up to speed quickly.
And today we're looking at something called Notebook LM. It's from Google, an AI tool for notes and research. We've got a bunch of articles, even a YouTube transcript to figure this thing out.
Yeah, and right off the bat, it's clear this isn't your standard note-taking app. It's built around AI, you know.
Yeah,
and they even have this thing called Discover Sources. You give it a topic, like a prompt, and it suggests websites to add.
Like discussing the
so
Discover sources over here.
Sort of, yeah. Based on what you tell it you're interested in. And you can load it up quite a bit. They say up to 50 sources in one notebook.
Like this, you can just create 2 AI hosts that can discuss over Notebook LM and make it very easy for you to understand what Notebook LM is. And all this conversation is based on all the sources that we have uploaded. And the best part is that there's an interactive mode like beta. You can just click over here. You can see the play pause button, a restart button. It's a good discussion or a bad discussion. And the best part is, like, you can even join in this 2 AI host conversation by clicking on this join button. Like you can just click on the join button, and they will take your input over here. Like if I say anything, it will consider as an input to it, and I will just close it. And you can even adjust the playback speed of this audio, download the audio, or even delete the audio if you don't like it. We can also customize this audio overview feature in this studio section. Like we can just go on customize, and we can try things like, I just want to know about the sources in Notebook LM. So in this audio overview, we will just get the source part itself and not the chat or the studio part of the Notebook LM, because we just want to know about the sources. So we have customized accordingly, and it won't give about chat or studio in the Notebook LM. It will just explain the sources. Now we can see that it has created an audio overview for the sources part itself. Now we can see that audio overview has been created for the sources part itself, and we can just listen to it.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're the show that helps you get straight to the essentials using the sources you provide so you can feel informed without, getting buried in information.
Yeah, it's like getting the key takeaways delivered.
Exactly. And today, we're looking into a tool lots of people are talking about for managing information. Notebook LM.
Right.
Our goal here is really to figure out what it does, and especially how it works with your own documents, your sources.
So now we can see that it has created a customized audio overview for the sources part itself, and not for the other features of the Notebook LM. So like this, you can just customize, you can just delete it from here, and you can just again customize it as you want. Like you can try anything, just like give me more detail on chat part. So like this, you can create customized audio overview as you want. That's all from my side. If you found this video helpful, just hit the like, share and subscribe button, and see you in the next video.